So today I was talking to a vendor and I was explaining to her, some things about her situation and how to look at it. Using my own life as an example, and things that I've been through and things that should have broke me. And I let her know, like, hey, at one point I was completely broken and I thought that was it. Like, I was losing myself, I was becoming numb. But at some point I reached back out to God, and that was the turning point for me. And I think we all have a situation in our lives where what we go through is so bad that we're like, dang, God, like, I need you. Like, I need you. Now, before that situation, I would have bad things happen, and then I instantly felt alone, and I'm like, why is this happening to me? And I instantly went to self blame and self sabotage and being like, oh, somehow this is my fault. That, whatever I've done is the cause of this. And then again, I had a situation that completely broke me, and I realized, like, sometimes these situations are not about, you know, what's going on and how bad it is, but how far I've fallen from my connection with God. And so after that situation, I literally prayed about whether it's good or bad. I constantly talk to God whether it's good or bad. Like, I don't limit him to only when bad things happen, also when good things happen. And I found myself telling her, like, hey, you know, instead of looking at this as the situation that it is, how about you take that time and, look at it like, well, maybe God is trying to pull me closer, because sometimes he has to remove distractions in order for us to see who he is. And although it may not be the way that we want that distraction removed, or we didn't think like, hey, this was distracting me the way that it was, it truly was. So I found myself really just kind of like emphasizing to her, like, hey girl, like, maybe this is your time. And at the beginning of my journey, I felt lonely, and I felt like, isolated, and I felt this way and I felt that way. And the situations that I encountered after my journey back to God were different, and I suddenly didn't feel like I was alone in things, and it gave me a different perspective on how to handle these things. And I'm still learning, but I'll tell you something, I will never stop telling people to go to God, and I will never stop telling people to grasp on and to take their situations to God. I will always tell people God is where it's at, because that's where it is.